It's funny how I got divorced and started my business within the same week. I think back on that day and I'm like, man, it was like April 22nd and then April 28th. April 22nd was the stamp of approval for my divorce. And then April 28th, I got my LLC. And it wasn't on purpose. It was just everything was happening so fast. I got fired from my job. I started my business, trying to take care of my son so I wouldn't be a statistic for my mom. And back in February, I was starting my divorce and waiting for that 60 days to be divorce free. Why was I going through a divorce? Let's just say it was just differences that I tried to, reconcile with him at that time to, move forward. But hey, we couldn't get past our irreconcilable differences, and we just called it off. Was that the God thing to do? In my opinion, yes, because it was just like, hey, I understand this is a sin, but at the same time, when you don't feel safe in your own household, it's time to go. But what I did not get to do after my divorce, and because I was moving so fast with trying to start my business and making sure I could take care of my son, I didn't get a chance to mourn or, love myself during. So in the midst of doing that, I rushed into a couple of relationships that I had no business rushing into, and eventually my daughter came. I'm being vulnerable right now because I should have learned to just love myself after that divorce, but I didn't. But my daughter is a blessing within itself, and I thank God for her. So where I'm at today, and being a divorced single mom with 2 kids, I'm learning to love myself. I'm taking one day at a time, and my business is still thriving. And what I want to say to another single mom is, do not get upset with how the co-parenting relationship is, regardless of how imperfect it is. At the end of the day, you made a baby with that 1 or 2 or more individuals, and you have to get to a point where you love yourself more and you love God, your higher calling, more than the circumstances or the expectations that are not being delivered from the other party. At the end of the day, that's the father of their child. That's the mother of that child. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm not really even just speaking to single moms, I'm speaking to dads too. It's not always going to be easy being in a single parent, co-parenting relationship, but it's how you can move forward. With God and being in the purpose that I'm in with my kingdom and swimming, I'm learning to not drown in my circumstances, but to thrive and to swim and to navigate those currents, those waves, and to surf whatever currents come my way, if that makes sense. So my talk today is, yeah, I got divorced the same week that I started my business, but now I'm learning to just, and it takes time. Sometimes divorce can be nasty. Sometimes it takes time to heal. And it's not really just you getting over that person, but sometimes it might be religious things or things mentally that you were going through that you had expectations of. And it's just like letting go of those expectations, right? So move forward, thrive, and swim. Don't drown in your circumstances no more, because it's 2025 and you got to make it. You got to make it, sweetie. You got to make it, young man. It's time for you to swim. It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to surf and just go beyond the horizon, because you can do it. Just keep swimming.